Don't engage alone. We do this together.
Yeah!
Yeah!
We got it! We got it!
New 52 booklet.
Somebody clip this.
Welcome to Superman Rewatch. I'm Jared. I'm here with Nick from the Phoenix Press, who apparently is not paying attention. What's up, you dingus?
Oh, no, I'm looking up pizza places because apparently it's feeding time. I even warned him before we started.
He warned me it was going to be cringe. And here's the thing. When Nick says something is cringe, it's cringe as hell.
But I did keep my promise.
You did. So we're talking about Feeding Time, the episode that introduces the Parasite. And I need to say, this is a horror movie episode.
Yeah, I was watching it earlier, like an hour ago. And I was having the same reaction, like, dang!
This is one of those occasions. This is what the DCAU did so well. They could go up in that bordering on PG-13 rating, but like hide enough so it doesn't go into PG-13.
So dark and edgy. Are you sure you aren't from the DC universe?
Are you sure you're not from the Snyderverse? That's my obligatory Snyder reference, but it's so cool. It's because it's like Rudy Jones is like a is like a janitor. He's always been a janitor who is recruited.
Beware, Superman, I am now forklift certified.
You know what's interesting? This is very similar to the Killing Joke in that the Joker worked at Ace Chemicals, was recruited by criminals because he knew like the layout. Same thing with Rudy.
A lot of DC villains owe their stuff to chemicals. Is there a subtext I'm missing here?
Chemicals are bad. Don't do drugs, kids. But it's like with this, he's in the back of the truck. The chemicals that they were stealing break open, fall on him, but it looks like a freaking zombie movie. It looks like he's being like eaten, and then he starts glowing purple. Then he falls out and lands in like the swamp, and then that's the last we see of him until the next scene.
If only he had landed literally 20 feet to the left, he might have survived because they would have landed in the water. Maybe the chemicals would have washed off of him.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's some bad luck right there.
Yeah. So when we see him, it's like the first indicator that of the way his powers work is he absorbs the life force of a mouse. Parasite works is that if anyone touches him, it was a rat and subject matter expert. So the way with the way Parasite's powers work are anytime he touches someone and or they touch him, he absorbs their life force or energy, or in the case of superheroes, their powers.
Yes.
This is why
by life force he gets their abilities and their memories.
This is why I always said, for a Superman movie, a fantastic idea for a villain is Parasite, because Superman cannot punch Parasite.
Yeah, Parasite is a great first or second movie villain, in my opinion.
Fun fact, that he was the villain of the Tomorrowverse, of Man of Tomorrow, the first Tomorrowverse movie. Yeah, kind of. It kind of vacillated. You thought it was Lex Luthor, then it was Lobo, but then it was really Parasite, who turns into a giant kaiju. It's really cool. But the point is, he's a great villain because you straight up cannot punch him. And I love how he starts robbing banks again. Superman shows up and he goes, "Don't hurt me, Superman. I'll come in willingly." Psych. And then he just absorbs Superman.
Yeah. The guy, and the thing is, the guy starts out somewhat sympathetic, but like, it's like one of those classic stories of like you give someone like an inch of power and then they go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
This is basically that tale.
It's like that old story about the guy that everyone like dislikes or like looks down upon. All of a sudden, gets superpowers and turns into a terrorist. It's
There
like
is no Easter
Chronicle.
Bunny.
It's like Chronicle.
I was about to quote Megamind, but yeah.
It's kind of that. By the way, Chronicle qualifies as a movie I think we can cover on Comics League.
Also, Megamind is also a movie we need to cover.
Maybe on your movie, but
it deals with superheroes. It qualifies. It's adjacent.
Maybe I can stretch that. Maybe the point is with this. So Superman has to fight him in a looks like Star Trek environmental suit, which again, see, this is why Parasite works. Actually, first, Superman is kidnapped by Parasite and like strung up. So Parasite has like a snack that he could just recharge. And
no,
like,
he has a super battery.
Oh yeah, that's true. And it's again, this episode is like a freaking. It's like the first episode of Batman the Animated Series was Man Bat. It's like that, pretty much.
Yeah, and then also I love how in the beginning they show like the lead suits that Superman has. Also, you notice his space suit is right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like we won't see that for a while, but his space suit is sitting right next there. But his lead suit that he can use to resist kryptonite, because the way that Superman surmises, oh, you've absorbed my life force, well, absorbed my powers and my weaknesses.
That's again a thing I love about this villain. It forces Superman to use his mind instead of his fists.
Did you notice that this episode wasn't very lame?
It's kind of funny how the best episodes don't feature Lois. Isn't that funny?
Yes, there's a reason why it was very lameless. Is because it's lacking a certain character.
Yeah, that's why I like STAS the best of all the DCAU shows. It doesn't push Lois. She shows up in some episodes because you can't leave her out, but she's not in your face.
Yeah, Jimmy's the hero of this episode.
Yeah, oh yeah. He straight up saves Superman. And that's again, this is what I like because Superman's supporting cast can get kind of stupid, like the news kids, the street news kids that apparently hang out with him are like stupid. Bibbo, I kind of tolerate because he's funny, but Jimmy, when you do Jimmy well, yeah, he's gonna be there to save Superman.
Yeah, this STAS is certainly one of the examples of Jimmy done well. I really do believe that Jimmy's kind of a hard character to write, especially for I hate to use this word, modern writers. I actually think the Superman Returns Jimmy was pretty good.
I thought it was good. Yeah, exactly. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, but anyway, I do love this. I do love this episode. It's a good, very solid episode. It definitely helps with the world building. Also, like Perry White is like, can we just like say like Perry White kind of had to have put two and two together, like Superman literally said, "Oh yeah, I'm sure we'll see Superman again because it only lasts." Oh yeah, my cold is almost gone. Like, come on, Perry White is like a world-class reporter.
It's like in BVS where they kind of imply that Perry knows Clark is Superman. Which I like it.
About Jim Gordon is it's very clear that Jim Gordon could find out who Batman was if he wanted to, but he doesn't.
Yeah, he chooses not to because he's like, no, it's better if I don't know. I trust you enough that, you know what, I know you're doing a good thing.
Yeah, but they don't play Gordon for an idiot. Like, he could find it out in like 5 minutes if he really wants.
It's like in Batman Begins where Lucius Fox says, you don't have to tell me what you do with this equipment, but don't take me as an idiot.
I love that whole relationship where it's like, he never said he was Batman.
No, this is off topic, but I want to talk about this. My favorite scene in Dark Knight is where he goes, so you think Bruce Wayne is a guy that dresses a lot like a bat and punches criminals to a pulp, and your genius idea is to blackmail this person? Good luck.
I love how the next shot he gets so deflated.
What they do is as he's talking, you just see the dude's face, and you see him. He's like, "Oh no, he's right."
Yeah, he didn't think this through. And I just love how defeated he looks after that.
Yeah, I know. I love it. And so going back to this, the reason why...
No. The last thing I'll say is the genius part is Lucius does all that. without ever even admitting that Bruce Wayne is actually Batman. That's the genius of it.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm not gonna say he's Batman, but hey, dude, if you're gonna blackmail someone, assuming you're right and he is Batman, do you really want to blackmail Batman? The only person that could possibly do this is Amanda Waller, and she's done it in this universe.
Oh God, we talked about that scene when it came up, and that's probably one of the best scenes.
You are not gonna believe this. This is not intended. According to a piece of trivia, according to Dan Reba, Henderson, one of the characters of the show, is modeled after Morgan Freeman in the 1995 movie film Seven. We did not intend that. I swear.
What's in the box?
I swear. Now this is a Comics League moment right here, dude. We just randomly were talking about Morgan Freeman, and then it's like, oh, this character was modeled after Morgan Freeman.
What other trivia do we have, sir?
This is the debut of the anti-kryptonite suit and the space suit. So we have that. Even though I think it's stupid that Superman needs a spacesuit, but again, they had to weaken him. When Jimmy Olsen is informed about the police officer attacked by Parasite, he asks if the purple monster that attacked was named Barney. This is a reference to the Barney dinosaur.
I love you. I'm not going.
In the pilot episode of Lois and Clark, Mel Winkler played Henderson, a character he voiced in this episode as well. Oh, that's actually really cool. So that's what we got there. Overall, I give this episode a solid 10 out of 10. Like, there's nothing I hate about this episode. It did what it was supposed to do. I like the horror element of this and the whole transformation into Parasite. I think it's a solid episode. How about you, Nick?
I would give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Because it's a good solid episode. It's not extraordinary. Like, you know me. I'm a little bit harsher with the critiques. I only give out 10 to, like, truly extraordinary stuff, you know.
True that.
But this is by no means a bad episode. It's, in fact, quite a good episode.
Yeah, I definitely think that this is one of my favorites that we've covered so far. So, a couple of things. Now here's the fun part about this. So previously I had started for fun watching Superman the animated series, and I stopped at feeding time. So so from now until on, I have not seen any of these episodes. You'll be getting my genuine first time reaction. And the next one it's going to be a very lame episode, by the way. It's called The Way of All Flesh. And here is the caption. Lex Luthor transforms terrorist John Corbin into Metallo, a flesh and metal kryptonite cyborg with evil intent and no emotions.
We get some Malcolm McDowell action.
Heck yeah, I'm excited for that one. So are all the clocks going to become orange?
Clockwork Orange.
Oh, okay.
That's one of his most famous movies, dude.
Okay. But yeah, all in all, I think it's fun. My following outro is very appropriate for this. Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs with General Zod. Zois and Max about for life. I will see y'all later.